So my name is Naomi. I'm a fourth year LLB student at Maynooth University. So my SPUR project was titled Safe Zones in International Law, and I was working under Dr. Bríd Ní Gráinne. I was working on her book Safe Zones in International Law for Oxford University Press, and I was working within the law department. So I originally found out about SPUR from the careers website at Maynooth. I believe it was January last year that it first came across my feed, and I just thought it sounded really interesting. I have a bit of personal experience with international law. My grandfather was in the Irish Army and was deployed to different areas with the United Nations. So for example, he was in like Bosnia and Cyprus and Lebanon. So the project really aligned with my family experience in that, and so I decided to apply on that basis. So for my 6 weeks of SPUR, I essentially was given various tasks by my mentor, and I was given a specific period of time to complete those. A lot of my work was remote, so I was working from home quite a bit of the time, although I did come into Maynooth and I did use the library. And mostly I was researching specific instances of conflicts whereby safe zone or the safe zone definition might encompass those iterations. So I was researching different sort of migratory camps in Syria. I was researching the use of safe zones, which were called United Nations safe areas in Bosnia. They were the first iterations of that. So in addition, I was also looking at the UNMISS camps, or the United Nations mission in South Sudan camps, and how those might fit Dr. Ní Gráinne's definition of what a safe zone could be. So it was a lot of trawling through the internet, different databases. I was using resources like Oxford Law Trove quite a bit. In addition, I was also researching the current ongoing conflict in Gaza. So from post October 2023 until I finished my project in September of 2025. And there I was looking at instances where the Israeli army had essentially declared a specific area within Gaza a safe zone, and thereafter, either bombed it or committed a certain act that therefore rendered that specific area unsafe. So for that, I was looking through the IDF Twitter, the Israeli Defense Forces Twitter, quite a bit to find examples of where they had given a specific order declaring area safe and therefore doing something to contravene the safety of that area. It was interesting because I originally wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but it was brilliant because my mentor had a very structured plan and very structured idea of what she wanted me to do. So in addition to the research that I was doing, I was also editing chapters and providing discourse analysis as well. So I was really getting a great sense of how the book was written and how the process of book writing, particularly within academia, goes. So that gave me an invaluable insight into academia, and also it gave me a really good opportunity to ask questions about a career in academia as well when I would meet with my mentor. So I got to get a really good insight from a really great academic into her work process, and I got to see how these certain things played out. So it was a really great experience for that reason. My research skills really improved drastically because every day I was tasked with something new, and it was a challenge in a lot of ways because I was using methods that I hadn't really used before. I was using resources that I hadn't navigated before. But it made me really confident also in my writing skills. It made me confident in my own judgments, for example. So when it comes to suggesting edits, at the very beginning I was kind of a little bit scared to make, suggestions on Dr. Ní Gráinne's work because, she's such an esteemed academic. But, you know, I got more comfortable, and the more suggestions I made, I got great feedback, and I could tell that, you know, Dr. Negrana, she really appreciated my feedback as well. So, I mean, all of that together, it meant that my research, my, you know, even basically my comprehension skills, my writing skills, they all came together. And now that I'm in my final year, I really see that come through in my work. So, for example, like the way that I write essays has changed completely. I'm much more structured and much more thorough in my research, and it's made me quite confident to, you know, finish my LLB degree and then thereafter pursue my master's degree in September. So one part of SPUR that I really liked were the meetups that we'd have. So because I was working 5 days a week by myself, it did get a little bit lonely sometimes. Like, I'm a very social person and I thrive being around other people. So the opportunity to come onto campus and to meet other people doing SPUR projects, particularly like other people that would have been working from home as well, it was a really good opportunity just to see how everybody was getting on and to tap into the SPUR community. And in addition, I really loved the SPUR symposium, whereby I got to present my research to the university. I got, you know, the opportunity for people to ask me questions and to, you know, test my knowledge and to test, you know, my research, and get to, you know, to defend my research as well. So that was a really great opportunity, and it was one of the most enjoyable parts of the SPUR experience for me. So with regard to what SPUR has given me in terms of future studies, I plan on doing a master's in September, and it's really given me the confidence to, you know, go forth and say that my research is good, my writing is good, that I have the requisite skills to pursue a master's, be it a taught master's in particular, but also to complete a dissertation as part of that. It has also deepened my interest in international law, and in particular international human rights law. And I'm focusing now on a master's, hopefully to do with the intersection of AI and human rights and the socio-legal impacts of AI and human rights. And by way of the SPUR project, that certainly opened my mind to a variety of different areas of academia that I would have been researching in conjunction to the SPUR Safe Zones project. So yeah, I mean, insofar as my master's is concerned, it's definitely been a real benefit. So I ultimately plan to do my master's, and then afterwards I plan on qualifying as a solicitor, hopefully working as a commercial solicitor in Ireland. With that as well, the SPUR experience has, you know, it's given me a professional edge really that I use a lot in interviews, and it has really stood to me. And it's one thing that I think people ask about on my CV whenever I've been in interviews, is that's a really unique experience, because as I think I'm right by saying this, that SPUR is one of the only undergraduate research programs in Ireland. And having that unique experience and exposure, you know, in my early 20s to working on a project like, you know, Safe Zones for Oxford University Press through Maynooth University, that's invaluable, and it's a really rare and a really great opportunity, and one of the many opportunities presented by SPUR. I'm not alone in that. So yeah, so in terms of interviews and getting me where I want to be, SPUR has been a really invaluable part of that. Apply. It is an amazing experience, and you know, I wasn't necessarily sure that I would be picked for it. I was really looking high and low for internships this time last year, and I was, you know, really starting to doubt that something would come up, and I was really, really grateful that SPUR, as it is one of the later internships open to Maynooth University students, that was an option available to me, and it certainly aligned with my interests, although I hadn't studied a wide variety of international human rights focused modules in college. My other experience, so for example, you know, like my granddad's experience and my family history, working within the scope of international in international law, that really was something that I hadn't even twigged until the SPUR project came along, and it really opened up so many doors and gave me so many more opportunities. So 100% you should apply, and in addition you're also part of a wonderful SPUR community, so there are a variety of SPUR alumni that you can be part of that network, and I think that in itself is an amazing thing.